it's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.
Race 7, first leg of Jackpot 2, Quartet Carryover 1 million rand, the Whirlpool Gold Cup Grade 3, over 3,200 metres, Africa's greatest race for stayers. So to get into the moment, let's have a look at last year's running.
Starting to put it together. Here comes Future Pearl. Race Hallelujah on the inside. And Future Pearl hit the front at the 200 from the brass. Behind that fight song, Adam comes running on. It's Future Pearl, a length and a quarter. And they're not going to get to Future Pearl. Future Pearl won it by 2 lengths. Second, Adam then the brass and Raise a Hallelujah. Victory for Future Pearl. What a tremendous win.
What a tremendous win from Future Pearl. He's got a bit more weight to carry this time around, Dees, but he's looking to become the first horse in more than 20 years to win back-to-back Gold Cups. The last horse to do it was Highland Knight. And interestingly, Highland Knight did it 2 years running in 2 different stables. The first time he was trained by Buddy Maroon, and the second time he was trained by Dennis Dry. Of course, Future Pearl has come good at the right time. He won the Track and Ball Derby. He ran an absolute cracker in the July. Coming from near the tail of the field to finish in 6th position. He was finishing on really strongly from a hopeless place, a wonderful prep, if you put it that way, for this year's Whirlpool Gold Cup. For me, Terry has a stranglehold on this race. We saw Nabras running out of his skin there behind Future Pearl in last year's Gold Cup. He's a former winner of the race. I know he's rising 8, but stayers, not a problem. For me, it's an absolute 2-cornered contest. 6 Future Pearl or 5 Nabras. I'm looking no further for the winner. I'm not going to totally desert number 3, Master Redoubt. He was my fancy as an outsider in the July. He was taken out halfway through the race when he was bumped out wide. That was clear for all to see. He was never in a rhythm after that. So Master Redoubt definitely on my short list, but I would expect Terry to win the race with either Future Pearl or Nabras. And the only other runner that I'm prepared to consider is Master Redoubt. Nabras should turn the form around at these weights, with albeit that they're the improving 3-year-old Madison Valley, and of course the other one being Shoot the Rapids, who finished ahead of him in the Gold Vase. So that's my take on the race. I'm not going to look to overcomplicate matters here. Can there be an upset? Well, of course there can be an upset. But I'm not looking for an upset, except Nabras in itself would be an upset. I think he's generously overpriced at 10-1. I think he represents unbelievable each-way value at 10-1. And I do believe that in receipt of 4 kilograms from Future Pearl will have to bring his A game to beat Nabras. Nabras always runs well here, comes well at this time of the year, as does Future Pearl. But I think you may see it slightly differently.
I like the favorite grab. I mean, 2 things. Quartet Carryover 1 million. Estimated pool 5 million. That's the bet you want to play in race number 7. And the second thing is that if Lucky Lad wins the previous race, it's 600k plus. If this horse has to win, or if Sean Terry has to win this, it's 600k plus. So that is where we're going to be. Somebody will be crunching the numbers behind the scenes.
Between runs first and second, it's 800k.
That's it, stakes, that's it. So it's got all about stakes. Somebody will be crunching the numbers like they were doing last season. And Terry just came short, about 200k, Graham, was it?
It went all the way to the last race. But having said that, the results on Friday at Fairview Racecourse stretched Snaith's lead. And I think that Sean's task looks improbable. He'd pretty much have to win everything. Because Snaith has got 1 or 2 runners here and there. And of course, as you rightly said earlier, although this is the end of champion season, it's not the end of the season. That only happens on Wednesday, the 31st. And there's still 2 more if they go ahead, weather permitting, there's still 2 more race meetings on the 30th and 31st to be held in the Western Cape. But so nail your colours to the mast. It is a quartet carryover.
I'm big on the source, Graham. I'm big on Future Pearl. He's an Equus champion stay-up. Last season we saw him win the Gold Vase. He went out to win the Gold Cup. This year they went for the Hollywoodbets Durbanville. I'm going to watch that rerun, the position that he was in with Grant van Niekerk, the way he was finishing off the race, a tremendous performance. How much that race has taken out of him, I don't know. But one thing we do know is that he takes his runs well. It's a similar type of gap. Last year on Hollywoodbets Durbanville, they into the Gold Cup, but it's a different race because this was he ran a tremendous race last time out. So I think he's the best stayer in the field. If he has to get beat, then you are looking at a lot of horses. I've jotted my numbers down here, Graham, because I've actually like an exacta here, and I think it'll pay more than 2, 4, 6, 7 rand with 6 a banker, but 1, 3, 5. 9, 10, 11, and 13. 1 being one-way traffic, the other horse being number 3, which is going to be Master Redoubt. Graham alluded to the fact that Shoemaker bled in the race, causing all sorts of problems, and this was the horse that was most affected. Number 5, Nebraska, I agree with you. Like number 9, Master Fuego. For me, he's the unknown 3-year-old in the race. How well he's going to do over this distance, it's a good test for him. Horse number 10, Aragosta. I'll tell you that Aragosta, through my association, as everyone knows with Sereno, is that he is working really well with the equipment changes, Graham. He's working really well, and we could see the Aragosta of old come to the fore. And then number 10, that is. And then 11, I like Future Swing, and I also like number 13, Raise Hallelujah. So that's going to be my play. So what I'm saying is that in this quartet, I'm going to banker number 6 by 1, 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, and 13. And then possibly feel for 3rd and feel for 4th. I don't want to eliminate something that could come up.
So there we have it, Deez's quartet play. Banker Future Pearl to win by all those horses he mentioned to run second, then the field and the field. I'm probably going to double float Sean Tarry's 2 runners, Nebraska and Future Pearl. I'm then even going to take a more aggressive quartet where I'm going 5 and 6 by 5 and 6, by field by 3, 5 and 6 by 5 and 6 by 3 by field, and then obviously maybe a boxed run as well. It's worth getting involved in the quartet. They're expecting that pool to top the 5 million rand mark. But it's all about Future Pearl. Can he emulate Highland Knight of more than 20 years ago and go for the golden double?
The betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.